Hey guys, it's Brendan Borman back for another 270 video. Today we'll be looking at the December 2020 Power Rankings. This official ballot will be casted toward the Jason Casey Power Rankings. So again, this is my personal opinion. Please do not take offense. I was given a list of 40 names and asked to rank them. So without further ado, here we go. At number 40 and 39, we have two players that I am not familiar with. And to be frank, I put Frank last because I thought I could make that funny joke. So anyway, Frank and Zach, sorry guys. Christina Grace Wheeler, she's improved. She's a very fantastic FDR, very active inside the lounge. And then Johannes, I've got the chance to play with recently in multiplayer games. Wasn't super impressed, but again, it's multiplayer, so I reserve the right to move him up when I play him one-on-one. Rene Lopez, he is a good Obama player, and he is a great host inside the lounge. He's hosting his Survivor game currently, but I've got a chance to watch a couple of his streams this month. Zach Algazi and Ben Shaban coming in at 35 and 34. Zach is really good at primary mode. He has not quite beaten me or given many of the top players a run for their money yet, but it's coming. And then Ben Shaban and Matthew Perkins and Chris Roper, you see the parentheses next to their name. That's where they were ranked in the last edition of the Power Rankings, which was back in September. I have all of those players falling due to a lack of participation in some of the tournaments. Also, they haven't played me specifically, which I do know that these rankings can be a little bit biased. I do have Richard Altfeld coming in at 31, one spot behind James Bandelin. Richard is also a player that I haven't played in a very long time. James Bandelin, he's a great subscriber to the channel. He's a great guy, but he has not beaten me either. Fred Banks is a big jump in the rankings. He plays with Yang Gang. He likes that Old South swing state African-American combo that was kind of coined by Jason Casey. And then Brett Cornwall, who did beat me in the last 270 tournament, coming in at 28. Siraj Thomas, again, nothing against Siraj. I just had players moving up against or moving ahead of him due to recent performances. So congratulations on the marriage to Siraj. That just happened. And then at 26, Josh Neptune from the RHL, Daniel Smith, and Nicholas Sloan. Have to brag on him for a second. He has been a giant slayer in the college basketball tournament, knocking off players like Jason Casey, myself. I believe he's also beaten Adam Montgomery. And then Patrick Gose, he has won some new player tournaments. I know Jeremy Cooper-Sperber was touting him, and I have felt him. He's beaten me twice recently, so good job to Patrick. Daniel Warren, who is also in the Survivor tournament and has had many top wins over his career. Although I did have him falling from 11 down to 22. I don't believe I had him 11, but that's where he fell in the last rankings. At 21, we have Richard Gadd, who again is still, in my opinion, one of the most underrated players. And then finally, at number 20, we have Anna Gainesfield, who goes by the username 2Part Ohio. She is finally getting some of the recognition she deserves, is probably one of the top female candidates inside the game. At 19, we have the President Camacho Tyler Barola, making a slight dip. I know he hasn't been as active. And then congratulations again to the RHL Congress winner, who actually the two finalists are back-to-back, 18 and 17. Josh might have a beef. He did beat David, but I have played David so many more times, and he's beaten me, and I've never lost to Joshua Fisher. So again, they're in the same tier. I just have them one spot apart. And then Dylan Hales, another underrated player who might be probably the second best player to never win a community tournament. I would probably give that edge to Adam Montgomery. But man, Adam is knocking on the door. And so whenever he does, unless Dylan does it first, that might go to him. Rick Whitmar, he is also very popular in some of these tournaments. He was also in the Choice, and he is hosting a chess-like tournament, and it's really fun to play against Rick. We had a very good battle that you can find on YouTube, Michelle Obama versus Michelle Obama. And then Larry Costa coming in at 14. Again, with the World Cup being announced today, making a return, you might see the return of Larete up the rankings. That's really where he strives, is in those competitions. And then now you're really getting into, in my opinion, the top of the tier player. So Bart Childers, who I wish I could rank higher. There's just so many guys on this list, like Tyler DeMora and Jeff Ray. Of course, Tyler Demora did beat Jeff Ray in the RHL. And then Jeff Ray, just so consistent. Guillermo coming in at 10, making his first appearance in the power rankings. And then, I feel bad about ranking Javier 9. I just couldn't rank him ahead of me. I think I've beaten him 4 of the last 5 times I've played. But he could be anyone's number 1 or 2 or 3, and no one would bat an eye. I did have myself at number 8, dropping 1 spot, really with the addition of 2 players jumping ahead of me. Eric York, who you do find at number 7, making a serious name for himself inside the lounge. I mean, there are some people kind of who have been this next wave of generation of players. I say generation like it's been months, but who would say Eric York might be the best player inside the lounge. And he can beat any single person. We have Adam Montgomery, who, for my money, if I had to have one person on this list be my teammate, I would probably choose either Adam or Troy. But Adam comes in at 6. Sapoon Leonage, the pride of Australia, coming in at number 5 with another impressive RHL showing. Troy Moore, my good buddy, at number 4, who I just felt like that was a tier, that top 4. So he was just at the very end of that with the surgeon himself, George Fry, who they are battling inside the RHL White House playoffs right now. So that might, that battle might decide who is actually 3 and 4. And then at number 2, Jason Casey. And at number 1, Tossin S. Lake. So that's my rankings. What do you guys think? Who did I leave off this list? I do think players like Dennis Muxlow, John Bardsley Jr., Nathan Williams could be on this list, but they were not on the ballot. And let me know your thoughts. And after this, I will catch you guys in the next 270 video.